And we're back. I'm the Glant Guru, and this is the Telos TR2. I hope I said that right. This tent and the Alto are Sea to Summit's first tents. Now, I know this tent could be considered a backpacking tent, but I wanted to see it from a glamping point of view. I know, super important stuff here, people. Okay, right away you'll see there are 3 parts to this tent. There is the fly, the main part of the tent, and the poles. One thing I've noticed is that they put the directions on the outside of the tent, which is fine, but I'm worried that over time it might just rub off. But I guess it just comes down to how hard you rub it. All jokes here, people, all jokes. By the way, all the specs are in the description below. Okay, it's probably appropriate now to finally set the tent up. And yes, I'm very aware of how overexposed this is, but it hurts my heart, but we must move on. I mean, also, look how good they folded it. It's like a little tiny burrito. After I laid out the tent, I'm just not used to how small this tent is. I'm used to such big tents, so this was new. One great feature is that the pole is just one pole, which is cool. It just all connects. And once you're done connecting it, you just lay it on the tent. Yep, it's that easy, I hope. This tent is great because it only has like 4 corners to actually connect. It is kind of slippery though. So in classic Glant Guru, I did set it up backwards. Yep, you're welcome. Wouldn't be a video of mine without me doing it in reverse. To be fair, the poles are color coordinated on the bottom, but they don't tell you that in the directions. Just something you should just add in. I mean, it's not all my fault. Well, it's mostly my fault. Okay, I digress. Yes, it's blue on one side that matches up with the tabs, and then it's silver on the other. Duh. After that, you'll just clip it on up, which is like extremely simple. It takes like 30 seconds. And then after that, I did mess up again, or so I thought. Well, there's this middle clip that goes in the spine here. And, you know, I realized that if you can just detach these 2 poles, you can just flip it around without having to take the whole tent down. I was really worried for a minute. And once you flip it over, you just attach it to the tent. One of the coolest things about this tent are these 2 hooks that actually spread the tent out farther, giving you like these wings. But it's cool because it actually gives you more room inside by making the walls more straight up and down. I also love how much like mesh there is. It's actually a lot of viewing area when you're inside the tent. Then I got inside, obviously, and as you can see, it's a 2-person tent, but I kind of liked it more as like a 1-person tent with all your stuff. But obviously you could fit 2 people in here. Another surprising feature were how many pockets there were. Because usually I don't think these kind of tents would have that many pockets, but this one did. Even the bags that hold the tent and the fly are actual pockets that you can snap right in, and then you have even more pockets. Pockets on pockets. I mean, they even sell this gear loft that's like the ultimate pocket of all pockets. Okay, here's one of my favorite things about this tent. Remove the poles from their case. The actual case acts as like a light bar. Take a headlamp, put it inside the case, then you'll have like this diffused light that you just connect overhead, and that's it. Now it's time to put on the fly. Another cool feature is how the fly connects to the pole below. There are these little clips, which are color coordinated, of course, that clip right on, and if you just slide it on there, it just locks right in. And that's that. There are these like pole stoppers, which are pretty neat too, that go on the inside of your fly so you don't poke holes in it over time. After that, the fly is pretty much set up. I do really like how though the fly sits on the tent, it gives you a lot of protection from rain. You'll notice by the head of the tent, there's actually a pair of vents at the top there. Strangely enough though, to actually access the zipper to open the vent, you have to go between the fly and the tent, which seems a little strange to me. I do love that there's double zippers on both sides of the fly, and these cute little toggles that will help hold back your tent flaps. Now I don't think it would hurt if there were at least a couple more toggles on each tent flap, and these cinch straps which you'll find at every corner of the tent. There's also a vestibule, but it's a little small. Granted, it is a 2-person tent, I get it. Now the stakes are kind of cool. They're very light, very small, and they have these ridges on them so that the tent just kind of cinches into there, which is kind of nice. I do think the cord that comes on it is a little weak, and if you pull too hard on the stake when you're pulling it out of the ground, it may snap. Now, I don't review small tents often, but I do like this one. And I may not know who this guy is, but he seemed to help with this pretty cool tent. But honestly, I think Sea to Summit did a pretty good job. There are a couple things I would want to improve, but this is a very unprofessional opinion, as you know. Even though this tent comes in 3 separate bags that clip together, I think it would be more efficient if it came only in one. I think the fly venting system should be accessed from inside the tent if possible. Maybe this is a big ask, but why not add the footprint in with the actual tent? I do really like the unique design because it gives you more square footage in such a small tent. And did I tell you about the pockets? Yes, the pockets. So many pockets. Love that. And that light bar. Come on. Very unique. Overall, I did like this tent a lot. It's cool. For being a two-person tent, it's got some really cool features to it. And sometimes you're not going to travel with a huge group of friends. And sometimes you just want something light and easy to set up. So you may want to consider the Sea to Summit Telos tent. It may be a good option for you. Okay, enough talking for me. I'm the Glam Guru. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you liked it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.